Hey there, friends. Another quick episode of the Pre-Ride Show on stage here at the Rock Cobbler. I'm with Whitney Post. Whitney, thanks for joining us. How you feeling? What's going on?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. Yeah, out here about to have an adventure, I think.
You could call the Rock Cobbler an adventure.
I've never done it, so
okay.
This is going to be.
What have you heard? Like, what do you think it's going to be?
I heard ball pit. I heard hike a bike.
Okay.
Dust, and somebody said Berg style climbs, like very Belgian Berg style.
Oh yeah,
style.
yeah.
Punchy.
And I've heard sheep. I heard the word sheep thrown
we
around
did
a couple
see some
times
sheep
today
on the
already.
rollout today, the spin out ride. Okay. So they were, hanging out, making sure we weren't taking their territory.
All
but
right. Is it a thing where you think we all get to take one home, like the bottle, or
do I get to take
that
the
could
sheep
be
home?
that could be the gift. Sam's known for giving a wacky gift at the end.
That would be quite a gift. I hope not. I don't have anywhere to put a sheep in my 700 square foot apartment. I have too many bikes in there already.
They eat a lot. I hear they eat a lot. How did your last season go? What were the big memories and moments of your season last year?
Biggest memory and moment from last year's season was the Triple Crown, the Belgian Waffle Ride for sure. Not expecting that at all. Belgian Waffle Ride San Diego was my first gravel race ever. So I got into bicycle racing in 2019, got hooked, and I was a motorcycle rider prior to that.
Okay.
I didn't
what did you race? What did you race on the moto?
I didn't race on the moto, just like doing track days, and I had an R6 Yamaha and whatnot. And
so the
really
fast
enjoyed,
curvy type. Okay.
We'd go to like Thunder Hill and stuff, and do track riding, and that was really fun. And I used to see the cyclists like in the mountains, and I used to live up in San Francisco, and we'd pass them, and I'd be like, that looks terrible. Why does anybody do that?
A lot of hard work, yeah.
And then a buddy of mine broke his leg, and he was riding his bike as rehab, and he talked me into getting a bike, and the rest is history. So,
well, winning the Triple Crown was impressive because I think it's proof that consistency is important, right?
Yes, very.
Sometimes just showing up is half the game, and just locking in, putting the number on, and going.
Cannot stress that enough for gravel races.
That applies to life as well. Like show up and just give it the effort, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Of the three races, did you have a favorite?
Ooh. I'm going to say North Carolina.
Okay.
San Diego's like the classic, right? And it was the first one that I did, so that's like a special place in my heart. But my 92-year-old grandmother got to come out to the North Carolina race. The course was absolutely beautiful. And, having my family like show up at the stops, I had a catastrophic like sidewall flat that was losing air. The first 60 miles, I was 5 PSI into every stop, and I was running top 10. And I ended up having to put a new tubeless tire on going into Pinnacle because there was nothing I could do. And so I lost top 10 for that, but I still managed to stay like, I think it was 14th or 15th or something like that. But, in my mind was the Triple Crown. I was like, I just have to keep on this and like get through this and finish, because it's like, this is a piece of a bigger thing I'm targeting. So, but that course was absolutely beautiful.
So now, quadruple crown this year, is that on your...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I am not the only Whitney vying for that, however, so...
You've drawn out some competition
I've looked at the registrations, and of the people that I've seen so far that I've noticed who are doing all four, Whitney Allison is also doing it, and she is absolutely amazing. So
and a lovely person too.
And a lovely human. So I've got my work cut out for me.
What has this meant for you for your team this year? What's the new team setup? How's that looking?
Absolutely. I'll be honest. This is new for me. I just joined the collective this week. I'm extremely excited. This is obviously a legacy brand. Like Bianchi's been around for over 100 years, and these bikes hold a special place in my heart because this is one of my favorite colors.
Right? And if I'm right, it's not Celeste, it's Celeste.
Celeste.
Is that correct?
See, that is a good question that I need to find I need to ask the Italians. I haven't had a chance to ask this question because I thought it was Celeste.
I always did too.
But I need to make sure. So I will not give a hard answer to that. I don't want to give the wrong one, and I'm too new.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They brought the team together.
Yeah.
How many other women are there on the squad?
I'm the first woman to join the squad.
Look at you.
So we had a really great conversation with the crew. They've been awesome. They're like, it's really important for us to get gender diversity on the team and get women and be present for these adventures, because part of the great thing about gravel is the lack of gatekeeping and just the accessibility of it as a sport. It is whatever you decide that it is for you, and the female just part of the reason that drew me to gravel is when I went to regular road races, I felt kind of like a second-class citizen in a lot of ways at those races and how they were organized. And when I came out to the Belgian Waffle Ride and some of the other gravel races, like, we were being given equal payout, equal attention, equal coverage, and all of those things.
Making a point of it, like racers are making a point of doing that.
And that was one of the things that the Bianchi team, drove home to me, that was really important to them. And I was like, this really aligns really well with some of my core values.
Were you surprised that your moto skills translated so well to riding the bike, and the engine that you had built? Were you surprised at that capability that you found that you had?
Yeah, like, it was funny, when I first started riding, my joke was I only climb hills to go down them.
Right.
The Marin Headlands, I don't know if you've ridden there. Oh, some of the most beautiful roads.
Without question.
Without question. And I used to love climbing Mount Tam and just bombing panoramic and those things, and that was like really what made me fall in love with cycling. And then I started to fall in love with like the fitness component and the competitive,
and the suffering of it all.
The suffering and competing with myself. I come from a rugby background, so
you got some fight in you.
A little bit, yeah.
Put the elbows out.
I'd been sitting at a desk for and doing a big girl job for 5, 6, 7 years at that point. So there was like I had to reach into the coal stove and shake, remind my body how to do it. But come
home with a few cuts and abrasions.
And, for sure. So, but yeah, to answer your original question, the moto skills and being able to sight lines and stuff definitely transferred, and that did not surprise me. I was glad to be able to apply that, and it makes you feel safer and you're able to push, but because you have a system that allows you to know, okay, like I know I've got a good line through this corner, rather than just having no fear and then putting yourself in a bad spot potentially.
So in addition to the Quadruple Crown, any other big races that are marquee events for you on the calendar?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Steamboat, Steamboat. So I'm terrified.
It's gorgeous up there. No, it's gorgeous. So pretty.
Altitude, though.
The altitude, yeah.
Ooh.
That low-grade headache that you've got once you hit town, it doesn't go away.
Yeah, so
especially those of us from SoCal living at sea level.
I live at sea level too, so one of our goals is to try to get up to altitude and maybe do some acclimation prior, so that it's not quite so bad. Because Cedar City was rough, and that was only at 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
So
you'll love it up there.
I felt that. Yeah,
beautiful.
I've heard it's absolutely gorgeous. So we're super excited. We're also going to be at Sea Otter, so we're doing like the official team rollout at Sea Otter.
Ooh, all right.
Which is going to be awesome.
That's as good a place as any to roll a team out in front of the whole world and everybody that's there.
Going to defend my last year win of the gravel race there as well.
I like it.
So that was a fun race also. It was mostly the cross-country mountain bike course.
Okay.
And I did it on my road bike.
Okay. We make do sometimes.
Hey, part of the adventure of gravel is the underbiking aspect.
Exactly. Making do with what you got.
You're never necessarily going to have the right tool for the job all the time. And so you just got to use your skills and get through it and try to stay on the bike.
But I'm guessing with that new Bianchi machine, you're going to have a pretty good tool under you every time.
It's pretty great. I've been on it for 3 days, so I don't have a ton of experience on it, but I got on the bike and I was like, all right, this feels good. I'm really excited. Multiple things that I'm really excited about with the geometry and how it handles and whatnot compared to what I was riding before.
Sure.
So
well, it's exciting. We can't wait to see you out there. And I know you're gonna have a great season, and we're gonna maybe check in with you as we go.
I would love that.
And just see how things are going and see what else you're up to and all the other fun things. So
thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Whitney Post joining us here on the Pre-Ride Show from Pure Gravel, right here at the Rock Cobbler. Keep tuning in for more episodes and subscribe to our channel. If you like it, pass it along to your friends. Let them know the fun you're having checking in with us. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.